How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get into today's video, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what your opinions are on this new Supra and this new Supra being available in a manual transmission. Also, normally I don't really do this, but as you can see, this little screenshot that I have right here, more than 98% of you guys aren't subscribed, and as you know, I am a small channel here on YouTube, so if even just half of you guys were to just hit that subscribe button, it would really mean the world to me. And any support or constructive criticism, as you guys are going to see in a little bit, that I receive on the channel, I really do appreciate, and it just helps me make overall just better videos for you guys. But now, getting that out of the way, today is like the first video really that I'm going to be making that kind of has to do with one of my previous videos, if that makes any sense. So about a week and a half ago now, I published this video that I'm going to be putting or editing in the screen right now, and it was talking about the new manual Supras. And unfortunately, I got my info from a Motor Trend article that had wrong information on it at the time. I think that, you know, someone did actually comment on the video and kind of came to my defense and said that they read the same info, but this isn't like a rip on Motor Trend or anything, and since then they have corrected themselves, and I even put a correction in the comment section of that video. But I basically just spewed out a bunch of incorrect information that I just got from that article. So now I'm kind of trying to backtrack and put out this video and just correct myself, because honestly I think that it's a great idea that Toyota is putting a manual in the new Supras. I just didn't know how good it actually was, if that makes any sense. So in my initial video, I was looking at the new A91 M/T models, or A91 manual transmission special edition models that are going to be starting at a higher price and are limited to 500 units. Now, I didn't know at the time, and I'm pretty sure this information wasn't really out there at the time that I filmed the video. It kind of came out after I posted the video. That is not going to be the only trim that is going to be available in the manual transmission. So as most of you may know already, Toyota is actually planning to release a manual transmission option for their 3.0 inline 6-cylinder Supras in the regular standard trim as well as the premium trim. Now, they have come out and said that the 2.0, the inline 4-cylinder Supras, are not going to be offered in a manual transmission, and we'll go through all the different pricing that I have written out right here for the new 2023 models. But the 3.0, the 6-cylinder one, which honestly most car enthusiasts and most people who would prefer to get the manual transmission are going to opt for that 6-cylinder trim anyway. That one is going to, of course, be available in manual and automatic, and there's not going to be any price difference for the manual transmission. It's not going to be cheaper than the automatic, but it's also not going to be more expensive, which I think is really great on Toyota's part. And honestly, for the most part, the 4-cylinder Supra, although that is a great car as well, that's kind of like the rental Supra, whereas, you know, basically what the EcoBoost is to a Mustang GT, or what, you know, the Camaro RS is to the Camaro SS. Most of us, again, already know this, but I'm going to go through all of the listings, and just for the sake of this video, 4-cylinder Supra, the 2.0, is starting at $44,635. The standard trim of the 6-cylinder Supra is starting at $53,595, whereas the premium option of the Supra is actually starting at $56,745, and then the A91 MT Special Edition actually starts just under 60 grand at $59,440. I still think that that's a little bit pricey for the limited 500 unit Special Edition manual Supras, but a lot of people think that that price is justified. Let me know what you guys think of the price down in the comments below. But I mean, it's just like $600 off of 60 grand, which is kind of a little bit crazy to me, especially considering that, again, the new Nissan Z is starting at 40 grand. Now, if I were to choose between the two, I had the pleasure to, again, review a Mark V Supra back in the fall of 2020 and drive it. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get my hands actually on a new Z and drive that. But still, if I were to buy the two, or pick between one of the two to buy, I'd probably still go with the Z. I'm more of a Nissan fan than a Toyota fan, and it's just making more power and costs a little bit less. That's just my own opinion. I both think that they're great cars, and I'm not ripping on either one of them. Also, before posting this video, if you noticed on my most recent community poll that I posted, I did do a poll asking you guys what you like better, the new Z or the new Supra, and actually the new Supra won by a lot more than I thought it would. So that just goes to show you that a lot of people, including you guys, are just really on board with the Supra hype, and I think it's going to be worth the hype, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, it's a fantastic car to drive. I think the automatic model that I drove a couple years ago now was great, but when that new A90 Supra is coupled with a manual transmission, it's just going to make the driving experience just that much more better. Now, another feature that is new to these Mark V Supras coming in the 2023 model year is a new special blue paint color. This exterior paint color is called Stratospheric Blue. Here's actually a really nice picture of this color right here on a new Supra, and this is actually the exact same picture that I used for the thumbnail of that last video, and I think that it looks really awesome. It's more of a, it's kind of like a bright blue metallic color, very similar. Again, I hate, you know, comparing it to the Z so much, but very similar to the new deep blue color that we see of the Z, and it actually reminds me a lot of the Z that I saw in person at the New York Auto Show. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave the link on top of this video right now. And I did like a full in-depth walk around in person, and that color was amazing, so I'm sure this color is going to be great as well. Also, speaking about exterior paint colors, the A91 MT Special Edition Supras are actually just going to be offered in two paint colors. We see this a lot with like launch editions for cars. Obviously, this isn't really a launch edition because it's not the first year that this Mark V has been around. But it is the first year of the manual transmission for the Mark V. So the new A91 MTs are going to be offered in this matte white that we see on the left here, as well as a See You Later gray, which is kind of a funny name. But again, the gray looks like another like metallic paint color. At least it looks a little bit more metallic than just like the regular matte white. The one that I actually filmed and drove about 2 years ago now was matte white, and I think that that white color looks great for the car, especially with the red brake calipers that come on the A91 MTs. And actually speaking, let's rewind a little bit, and speaking about the new A91 MTs, here is why you're paying around $5,800 more than the standard 6-cylinder Supras. They come with a decent amount of different options. As we can see right here, they have a brown leather interior, Alcantara shift knob, the red brake calipers, which I just mentioned, red badging, red strut tower braces, and the 19-inch wheels, which I did actually mention in the previous video. Also, all the manual Supras are getting different calibration with the traction control and stability control, and a different center console. And the 2023 Supras, just for the automatics and the manual, are getting different suspension tuning from the previous production year of these Mark V Supras. So again, let me know what you guys are, you know, thinking of this new Supra. Obviously, a lot of you guys really defended it, and I do appreciate you guys correcting me down in the comments of that recent video. I know a lot of people don't like getting, I guess, hate comments or negative comments toward them, but I appreciate it because I like being pointed out when I'm wrong, and it allows me to actually correct myself, as we've seen in this video. And although I have to give credit where credit is due and really praise Toyota for listening to their consumers and finally offering these Mark V Supras in a manual transmission option, I still probably, again, if I'd have to go between the two, the new Z or the new Supra, even if the new Supra was manual, probably still would go with the new Z. I know a lot of you guys might disagree with me if we're going by that poll that I posted on the channel, but let me know in the comments below what car you guys would rather have, the new Nissan Z or the new 2023 manual Supra, or a Supra. Doesn't have to be manual or not. You get what I'm saying. But anyways, like I said at the beginning of the video, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and subscribe if you've been watching my videos and just haven't already. Again, a lot of you guys are not subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you guys went down there and subscribed. It's absolutely free. Also, click that little bell icon down there. If you are subscribed but don't get notified whenever I post, that just turns on notifications so you can actually see when I do post a new video. But like always, thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one.